What an incredible year 2024 has been for the How to Change the World podcast. Thank you for being a part of it and for making it so incredibly special. And thank you to some of the incredible guests that have shared their personal stories of driving change in their communities. We've heard from amazing guests like Raina Montoya and Senator Tawana Nobles, who shared their own stories of how their upbringings and their childhoods translated into their advocacy, careers, and the goals that they have for the change that they want to create. We heard from Leroy Buster Silva, who shared about his own advocacy efforts on behalf of Indigenous communities and how his own passions of family and storytelling weave through that. We heard from John Webster about community engagement and how anybody can get involved to make a difference, even if it means doing scary new things and crossing political lines. We heard an incredible story of advocacy from Bradney Reiner and Terry Weibel, who shared their story of how they made sure that arbitrary state lines don't interrupt vital counseling, therapy, and social work efforts. Luis Avelar told us about how he is reimagining community engagement and how we can really engage with and involve and center the communities that we advocate on behalf of in our efforts. Gloria Felt talked about the new frontier of parity, of gender parity in leadership, and what the next phase of that movement looks like. And we rounded out the year with some really special episodes. I was so honored to be joined by some Javelina team members, Elizabeth Davis, David Wade, and Justin Plum, to not only talk about how marketing and change-making work intersect, but also to analyze the 2024 presidential election results and to start to glean lessons and think about how we can move forward. And then lastly, Eric DeMarco and Maggie Bauer joined me to look at a year of reading nonfiction books. We looked at all the books that the How to Change the World book club have looked at this year and gleaned some lessons that we can roll into our change-making efforts moving forward. It was a pretty special year, and it was all because of you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for rating, reviewing, commenting, for showing up. I would love to hear from you in the comments, your favorite episode this year, but also what are some of the guests and the topics and themes that you would love for us to highlight in 2025. I can't wait to see you back here next year for an amazing new year of How to Change the World.